Welcome to the bold analysis. I want you to imagine that within 1 week, Kithure Kindiki and his team have dished 100 million within 1 week. And this is something that must attract the attention of the public. And I want to demonstrate to you that William Ruto is in a very serious panic. But if you look at the messaging around it, money is not going to buy the people. Money is going to bring temporary excitement. These people can save that money, but if the software is not fixed, William Ruto will still find it rough in 2027. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. I want us to do this analysis in a very sober manner. So I want you to relax so that I want us to have this conversation. I want us to critique, I want us to look at it and what do you think and what exactly is going on? Where's the source of that money? But let us base our analysis on this story by Citizen.
He's becoming Kenya's Mr. Moneybags.
Rais amenituma na shilingi milioni 3.
Splashing at least 5 million shillings every time he steps out for an economic empowerment program. On Thursday, it was the opportunity for the residents of Mwala constituency, Machakos County, to get down to the empowerment song and dance. Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki rallying a 10 million shilling funds drive Friday in the constituency.
Support ya rais shilingi milioni 3.
So wacha mimi nilipe deni ya Kawaya, ndio Kawaya anisamee.
Pesa ile Sudi ameleta 2 million shilling.
And after kicking up a storm in Machakos County, Kindiki's entourage was airborne again, touching down in Nyamira County with bags full of cash in West Mugirango constituency. The DP using the events to woo support for the government, promising improved delivery in coming days.
Hii kazi nitaifanya, nitaipeleka mbio mbio, nitaipeleka faster, nitaipeleka noma, nitaipeleka fire.
For several months now, the empowerment windfall has poured on Kenyans in villages and towns with special focus on the Mount Kenya region. The exercise has raised close to 100 million shillings per week. Citizen TV has established that the rate card is predictable and directly proportional to the office held. The president leads by a 3 million shilling contribution in almost every event. His deputy delivers the money and almost always donates 2 million shillings. The Speaker and the majority leaders of the bicameral House donate at least 1 million shillings per day, members of Parliament at least 100,000 shillings, and MCAs fork out at least 20,000 shillings. This is against their monthly salary, outlined by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC. The President earns a salary of 1.4 million shillings, the Deputy President 1.2 million shillings, CSs 957,000 shillings, MPs 784,000 shillings, and MCAs 154,000 shillings. This colossal amount of money given, raising concerns about the source and the accountability, with the opposition claiming it is a conduit for corruption. The government has promised to continue with the empowerment projects, which seem to have replaced public harambes banned by the president a year ago. The DP has had 10 empowerment projects in the past 7 days.
Mimi ni noma si noma. Mimi ni fire si fire.
Emmanuel Toh, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
They are, if you are keen, I want us to just do some review from what we've heard from that story. The areas that Kindiki battalion are targeting are Mount Kenya, Lower Eastern Kamba, Kisii counties, and Bungoma. Those are the 3 areas that are targeted with it. Apart from, in Rift Valley, it has only been done in one place. That is Oscar Sudi. And the people with the money are just the same faces. So, Odour is representing Kisii. And I think William Ruto is propping up Odour to be the Kisii, Odour might be Kisii principal if they're coming up with some coalition. Kindiki is also having the money. Kimani Ichung'wah is also having the money. The president himself is donating his share. And then there is another money, another cash, that is being controlled by Farouk Kibet. These same faces, they're giving money. And as you can see in that story, it is systematic. The president will give 3 million, the deputy 2 million, then majority speaker will give 1 million, then MPs 100, then MCS 20. It's very predictable. Even today in Uasin Gishu, they were giving, that's what they were doing. So of course, the 3 areas, and just to show you it is a political tool, the 3 areas actually is where the opposition principles are strong. Bungoma, they are targeting the infiltration of Natembeya to counter Natembeya infiltration. Kindiki is currently based in Ukambani, that is targeting none other than Kalonzo Musyoka. And the Kisii one is also targeting the influence of Matiang'i. That is why we are saying it is a political tool with an objective. The money is also mostly given in cash. Yeah, if you check, you see, mostly in Abebwa in cash, which begs more question. What is the mode of redistribution? If people attend that event in their numbers and you give money in cash, what is the mode of redistribution?
Mimi niseme chairman KRA, tafadhali. Wewe unasukuma tulipe kodi na tunakubali. Na tutalipa kodi. Lakini tunasikia baya, hii kodi tunalipa kuliko kujenga barabara na kuweka maji, inapatiwa mtu ya Soprano kuzunguka akihonga watu. It is wrong. Huyu Soprano anaenda na 100 million every week. Hii ni ile pesa Muriithi amechukua. Sasa wewe Muriithi, si uchukue pesa ijenge barabara, iweke maji. Hawa askari hawajalipwa allowance yao. Lakini kama wewe utachukua kodi, ikuwe diverted, ipatiwe Soprano, Mr. Yesa, yule anaitwa Mr. Moneybags, anasunguka na pesa na magunia akipatia wamama na vijana kuwadanganya. Is it fair? It is not fair, Bwana Muriithi. Na mimi I want you to be careful because huyu Ruto atakuharibia record yako. Because wewe utasukuma watu kulipa kodi. People are very bitter wakiona hiyo kodi ikiwa misused. But they will not remember the person who is misusing. They will remember yule anachukua. So hata wewe you insist. Tell Ruto usimuogope kuwa kama mimi. Usimuogope. Umwambie wewe Ruto wewe. Hapana chukua pesa kwa wananchi ya kujenga barabara na kufanya siasa na kusumbua wananchi. Na kulehera atimia itobosho na noe.
Today, Rigathi Gachagua was challenging the Ruto Muriithi, the KRA chairperson, on the fact that taxpayers' money is being misused. We may not agree with Rigathi on many things, but there's some things that we must confront them as they are, because that is the truth. That in some instances, some few things are not working, but this could be amongst those things which are not working. The huge crowds are mobilized, and as you can see, if you can look at this was in Mwala, Machakos. Crowds mobilize the beneficiaries, in their numbers, even if it is an empowerment, does it really, do you want to tell me all those people are receiving money? Remember, these are people that are ferried even in buses and given a stipend. They're given some 500, 1,000 so that they come to attend. And if you want to know, they are really with expectations, is what happened in Kisii yesterday. People were after what was there, and there were chaos there. But then what puzzles me is the presentation is an attempt to make it mirror the bottom-up economic model. And I think it's a big shame. If you listen to speeches from Oscar Sudi, it's a big shame. Listen to this. If I can get 1 second with Oscar Sudi, I may need to ask this question. Is Harambes the modus operandi of Kenya Kwanza? And last general election, it was done in churches. Mostly it was done in churches. And now they are going to people and organizing these rallies. Do you want to tell me that that is the strategy? Nini kisha jengwa, markets after markets zimejengwa, then you give people that money hivyo hivyo.
Ndugu Rais, ninataka nikuombe. Nyinyi mkijenga soko la William Ruto, mkijenga barabara, mkijenga hayo maneno makubwa makubwa, pia utuongoze kwa hii ya kuinua mama mboga. Soko ikijengwa hapa na kila mama mboga apate shilingi 10,000. Hiyo area itakuwa imebaki vile ilikuwa zamani. Si itakuwa imebadilika? Na ndio sisi tumekuja na tumesema ile kidogo tunapata mshahara mlitupatia na biashara zetu ndogo ndogo, tutachanga kidogo kidogo, tuhakikishe naibu wa rais na rais wakijenga sokoni, sisi tunanunulia nyinyi sukuma, tunanunulia nyinyi cabbage, tunanunua viazi ili wamama wetu wang'are. Si ni kweli jamani? Kuna makosa hapo? Na mimi nataka niseme hivi. Unajua ule mtu wa nusu tamu, nataka hata nyinyi watu wa hapa Mwala mniambie, kama kuna siku moja umai muona yeye mtu akisimama akasema anasaidia mtoto kwenda shule. Kama umai sikia hata siku moja yeye mtu akisimama akisema anasaidia mtu ya bodaboda. Kazi yake ni fitina kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni. Na mimi nimegundua, nilikuwa nasikia zamani wanasema watu wa mama ndio wenye fitina. Ukipata mwanaume ako na fitina, anashinda wa mama 100 kwa fitina. Ule jamaa akisimama William Ruto, akilala William Ruto, ni kama ndoto. Sasa unashindwa mtu kipange nirukia William Ruto. Akiamuka asubuhi Kawaya, akiamuka Sudi, akiamuka naibu rais. Ninyi watu wa Mwala, mnataka kasi ama fitina? Wakati tulikuja kuomba nyinyi kura, si tulisema bottom up na tukasema sera zetu. Si akina Kalonzo na wale wengine walikuwa na sera zao. Sasa mimi niwaulize, mnataka tuendelee na fitina ya siasa ama tufanye kazi mpaka 2027? Turudi hapa tena tufanye kazi. Na niwaambie na msikie, hauwezi kula mtu, hata mtu awe mrembo haji, awe na tumbo kubwa, awe na sura mzuri, na hapo na akili kidogo na ana mbele wala nyuma, hakuna hiyo mtu wewe ukamkuna. Ni ukweli ama uongo? Na ndio mimi nataka niwaombe mshikilie huyu Kawaya. Si ametuleta sisi wote hapa leo, kesho pia atuite siku nyingine, mnatukaribisha turudi tena. So ni wauli.
But one thing I can clearly say they want to achieve is to put money into circulation. There is even a campaign by Central Bank now kwamba chomoa coins, that there are many idle coins. And by the way, it's true, because even me I realized I have some coins my small boy keeps. So my small boy has that bank here, ile kadogo. You know, children are fond of doing that. I was just checking, almost 3,000 and coins. Nikasema, hey. Sasa sisi ndio tunafaa tuchomoe coins. And there is an attempt to take. So, and this explanation of bottom up, I think after Ruto realizing that he campaigned on the platform of bottom up, that is what they would want to reincarnate. They will want to reincarnate anything, something that will look like bottom up. I'm talking about it because the same speech is what others are saying. The bottom up died. It was never achieved. When the president was giving some keys to ghost house owners, he said unatoka nyumba ya mabati unaenda kwa gorofa, sasa unaenda third floor. Sasa hiyo ndio bottom up. And I'm like, why are we playing with people's mind? Why are we playing with the masses' mind? No much level of political posturing is going to change the fact that people are uncomfortable. When you listen to Kindiki, I've taken time to listen to those events, and one thing I can tell you is no one is talking about that economic empowerment. Yes, wanapewa pesa, after kupewa pesa, after hii pesa imesanywa nasema wanatoa hivyo. Then how does it go? Sisikia tu kuambia sasa nyinyi mtu. I'm not even seeing a program that is anchored on some law or is anchored on like some capacity building on really what we are empowering. And what is called economic empowerment with money is just because they've realized that they want to go to the people, but hakuna venye unaweza enda, watu hawataenda wasipowalipa. And the guy keeps on saying, go and take money. So people are being paid to attend rallies. And I want to say it. Kenya, the poverty level is one thing. And the opposition should not sit comfortable. I see Rigathi talking about, I see Rigathi having his euphoria. Rigathi does not organize the group meetings, these ones that Kindiki is doing, but he's doing roadside rallies and stopovers in markets and centers. But do you know, how watu wanapokea hii pesa? Some of them are so poor, and I don't need prejudice. This is not prejudice, I'm just saying what it is. Some of them are in very serious poverty that they believe those are going to be solutions. So as the state is targeting, highly strong opposition areas with this strategy, what wanatokea pesa? And those who feed you, people feel, hey, kuna hata jaiona hata 10,000. For the first time apata 10,000. Hey, usema hapo haiwezi. The speeches are just politics. Listen to Kindiki. Pure politics. But this is what I'd see. Ichung'wa and the team and Kindiki team, their only intention is to counter the cousins narrative. And this came out clear when they were this place, when they were in Kisii today. The issue of cousins is what Chung was talking about. Then the second objective here, and that's something that needs to be questioned, is the source of money. Someone should not lie, and I've listened to people saying, watu wengine wanakunywa pombe na pesa yao sisi tunaleta. It was the same narrative when they took so much money to the churches, and people asked, why are we getting the money? We are reducing budget for health, reducing budget for education, tunatoa exams, but we're spending 100 million in a week. Just giving to in non-structured manner. In fact, it's not bad to give people that money. Let's get it right. Say it in kitu mbaya. But we should see structure and we should see accountability in it. It cannot be that just some 10 people who are the ones with money. One same person. An MP earns 784,000 as a basic, as a salary. Sijui kama hiyo ishakatwa ama nini. The president 1.4 million, of course, plus add-ons. But a speaker, anapeana 3 in one day, amepeana 3 million. Moja Mwala, ingine in Kitui, the other one Makueni. Then unaniambia eti president eti speaker anafanya charity. Charity gani? People go to Uasin Gishu. An MCA from Nairobi is donating 20,000 for women group in Uasin Gishu. Then you want to tell me atanapenda hawa? Where? We are not accounting for this money. And sometimes you can agree with those who are saying that hii pesa maybe ni imeprintiwa. The 2027 contest is being framed on the basis of what you have done for me. Opposition do not have the government projects. They don't have a single project to launch. Opposition might also not have the kind of resources that the state is using. But you can see speeches watu wanauliza huyo nani akiwa deputy aliwaletea nini? Then people are supposed to compare Rigathi when Rigathi was a deputy and when Kindiki was the deputy, so that they say, oh, with Kindiki deputy they've done that. But one thing mwananchi must ask is this: kwani Ruto came to power last in more than 1,000 days ago, 2 years ago. Kwani sasa ndio amerealize kwamba hiyo ndio the way bottom up. The bottom up, what was to be done, was Hustler Fund, which was not well structured, and it failed. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my take, and I feel that the public is being hoodwinked. But the accountability on the source of that money is very important. Thank you.